Hello, my friends, and welcome to day 10 of this 21-day journey, the return to being, through awareness on our breath. What's for today on day 10? We're going to depart a little bit from where we have been trotting, and for a very good reason. We're getting a little bit more metaphysical or esoterical, depending on your viewpoint and your acceptance on what I'm going to talk about. Do not be intimidated by words. Words are used for communication. The most important thing is the content that is trying to portray. I'll get to the point. Today, we're going to practice our breathing as we pray. So religious people can understand what I'm saying. Let's say you're not religious, that's fine. We're gonna breathe and relate our breathing process to manifestation, creating that what we want. Mystics trod a long time, and I love the mystics' works and their words as well, the ones that have been written on prayer. And for them, prayers are conversations with God, conversations with the Creator. And true mystics understood this truth. In prayer, we become what we are praying. It's total communion with creation, total communion with God. The difference between manifesting and praying is that when we are praying, we are asking the higher power. Not necessarily from a position of, I can't do it, but in communion with that higher power. When we are manifesting, and let's say we're not praying, we're doing technically the same thing, but we're not using the word God, Creator, Divinity. We're manifesting, we're entering in communion with creation. We are part of creation, and we come from a creator of some sorts. Okay, I'm not going to get too metaphysical in here, because these are practices for presence. So I prefer if you stay away from, I'm not comfortable with this or that. Just do it. Just do it and observe what's happening. So because we're manifesting, we're praying, we're going to need something that we want with intention. Okay? Meaning whatever we are requesting or manifesting doesn't quite exist in this realm yet. And that is why we want to manifest that. We want to pray for that. So how are we going to relate that to our breath cycle? As we do the inhale, we're going to bring with as much clarity as we can a clear picture of what is it that we want to manifest. What is it that we're asking in the prayer? As we go into the curve here, we're going to suspend ourselves on top of that we want to manifest, and we're going to watch it and give it as much details as we can. In here, we're just basically saying, this is what I want. This is what I want to manifest. This is what I want to have in this reality. Here, if it is, you compare this with the recipe, this is where you put the spices. Add the details in here. That's when you're turning from inhalation to exhalation. Remember, if I take you back to some of our previous days, this is processing time. This is receiving. This is processing time. Now, exhalation is creation time. Here, we're going to roll a picture, and it's more than a picture. It's a movie in which we are the main character, in which we see ourselves in the midst of that manifestation, inside what we are praying for. And as we get into the bottom part of the curve, we're gonna feel our gratitude for the complete realization of our manifestation, for the complete realization of our prayer. So whether if you are a believer or not, if you're a religious person or not, this exercise is for you. There are many things that stop or impede the process of manifestation, or the process of a prayer getting reached and being accomplished. This series is not about what impedes it, but one thing I can drop in here: everything that impedes it tells you where you're not in your light. It tells you where you're not in your true self. Know thyself. And once you know thyself, you know if you are in your light or in your shadows or darkness. As to deep a conversation for exercises of this kind that are very, very practical, I would like to add one small detail about manifesting or praying. Words are not the thing. It's not about saying it. It's not about writing it. It's about feeling it in a way of embodiment. At this point, you might not be aware, or you might be aware, that there are energies running constantly through us. And those energies constantly ripple outside through our bodies and our different energy bodies. What matters is not what we say. What matters is what we are embodying and emanating, generating, vibrating into the fabric of existence. So think carefully when you are creating here. Pay attention to this process, because it's not about expelling with words, I would like this to be. It's not about that. It's that I am. Whatever it is that I am creating, I am doing this. And here we just add the spices, the clarity of what is it that we are creating. I am this. Yes. And for people that are praying, I am with God's help. I am with the grace of God over me. And the rest, as I said it before, this is very important. If you are a very mental person, a person that doesn't know how to relate to your heart, maybe this is why your prayer or your manifestations have not been happening. It's embodiment. Is rippling from you, and clarity. Okay, play with that. So today, for the first time, but not for the last time, in our 21 days, we're not so much relating to the sensations in the body. Neither we are interfering with the speed of the cycle of breath. We're going into the world of what we want, and into the world of asking for it, creating it ourselves, depending on where you stand in your way of looking at things. This is a very, very fun exercise, and everything is valid. Pay attention to one thing. As you start doing these exercises, and of course 5 minutes is not going to be enough, but nevertheless, there are 5 minutes available, 7, 10, and you can repeat them anytime as you want. As you start doing these exercises, you're going to gain clarity into what is it that you want, and clarity into what impedes what you want from being manifested. I love it. Okay, so I am Ariana, and this is my channel. So welcome to the Golden Thread Sanctuary, where I'll welcome seekers that look for the inner transformation. This is a series, and if you're stepping here, this is day 10. So there are 9 days that precede this series. Please look for those videos. There's also an introductory video that talks about the generalities that will be addressed during this series. And there are extra sessions for practice of 3, 5, 7, and 10 minutes. There are also prayers and blessings for you for this journey. I'm so glad that you're here with me. And if you're ready for practice, let's do so. If you're staying here for practice, this is where I say goodbye and lots of love. So if you're here seeing me in this video, that means that you have decided to do the 5-minute practice with me right now into this video. Be kind, be loving, and be patient with yourself. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be yourself and be present through awareness during this practice time. And the more you practice, the better it will be. You get better results and better getting used to what does it mean to have awareness in your body, in your breath, and all sorts of things. So settle down, close your eyes, and we're going to start. practice time, 5 minutes, is now finished. Slowly open your eyes whenever you're ready. No need to force it. And if your body is slightly asleep, remember, move your fingers slightly like this. It will bring more circulation. And move your toes as well, but you cannot see because I am seated. And caress yourself, hug yourself, swallow. Put your hands in your neck, give yourself some warmth. But 5 minutes, I have said many times, is a very, very short practice. Today I wanted, and from today onward to the next practices, I would like to also add this. As we're getting more conscious into the breath, observe and let it be during the flow that is happening inside your body through your calmness and the attention on your breath. You're going to notice certain involuntary movements are going to happen. Head, shoulders, your spine, anywhere, let them be. We're not practicing not moving the body, we're practicing awareness. And in my experience with the spiritual practices, because we are handling energy, energy is never static, it's always changing, transforming itself in one sense or another. And as you get better at these practices as well, when you quiet down and you have requested it, you can get very nice updates and clear ups that you personally might not be able to have learned how to handle yet, but they can happen. So do not be stiff or anything like that. It's not, you have to be in one pose without motion. You're practicing awareness. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful practice, and I will see you again next time, either on a video like this or any other of the videos that I have around. Do communicate with me if you have any questions, and I'm pretty sure you will have quite a few of them. Also, please notice that I do insert chapters in my videos to make it easier for you to figure out where things are. For instance, let's say you're practicing today and you've seen the instructions, you've seen my talking about this and about that, you just want to go to the 5 minutes. There will be a chapter that says practice starts here, and so on. A link to a previous video, whatever it is. All right. So I'll see you again in the next one. Lots of love.